What's going on, Garage Pod? So today I'm gonna fix a stool. We have these two stools in our kitchen in this little bar, and you know, my wife bought, I don't know where she bought them, like Wayfair or something, someplace online, and basically after a while, there's just the little Allen bolts stripped out. They kind of don't work. They're noisy. You know, I can't sit on them. I'm wobbling on them. So this is how much play they have. That's a lot. So, gotta look at the top, get this all fixed in. I might just weld it into place. I don't know, let's see. So, looking down on this thing, already I'm noticing all kinds of these Allen screws are super loose. There's some out on these edges that are loose too. I'm gonna try to get these tightened up first. And I'm no fool. I know these come loose. Like this one will never tighten. So I might just weld this corner. Again, this is gonna be a stool for my garage. It's not going back in our house. Yeah, that one never gets tight. So I might pop them with a little weld each one. I don't think this is gonna be too hard. I think inside here is where it's gonna get a little bit difficult because on some of these I have both of them stripped.
This one, I think this outside one. This one right here, yeah.
So this outside one tightens up and then it strips. This one is also stripped. This outside one over here does tighten up, I believe.
Not stripped. Not stripped. That one's not stripped, but it's stuck.
So my goal was to try to just get a couple of these started up, maybe getting them tightened where they were in place and they just wouldn't move. But obviously that's not gonna happen. So try to find out where I can weld them at. And see if I can put a weld on there. I'm gonna try to pull some of these out and just weld the inside right in there because there is bare metal in there. I know you can't see it. There's bare metal inside there, and I can weld. I can fill that whole thing with weld if I wanted to. I can fill it with weld right there too. I think the insides will probably be better. I'll leave the outside ones just to keep it in place until I I need it. And maybe I'll put, I don't know, board or something on here. So I guess next step is doing some welding. Put her all together. I'm gonna take this top part up too. I don't have a super cool welder. I have a, oh goodness, that was tight. I have a Lincoln welder. It gets the job done, as you can see right here. I bought it a long time ago, like Home Depot or something. I won a $500 gift card. I always wanted a welder, bought a welder and bought a bunch of other stuff with it that I needed. And that's what I got with this. So yeah, it looks like I could do that. Yeah, I think I can do that. I'll probably just have to grind on it a little tiny bit to, grind on it a little bit to get these areas a little bit cleaner. But there is enough like open metal in there. Pretty sure with my welder I could probably burn through this cheap paint or whatever, but I'm not going to do that. I like to have a clean spot to weld on no matter what. Cleaner the better. So we'll get back to it in a second. Hey, so safety first. I know this is kind of goofy looking, but I'll have to tell you all the story sometime about how I lost like 20% of my vision on my right eye. Still a little blurry, but safety first. Here we go. Alrighty, so I basically just kind of put this down where you can see it. Basically on this end, I kind of just got it the best I could. I mean, I'm gonna clamp it together and just throw some welds right there and then screw that Allen in tight. And then as these come loose, I'll just do the same thing with these, but these three have not come loose yet. So I'll do this one first. Plus that gives me a good spot to clamp to for a ground to do the rest. So I might even just pull this bolt out and just weld on the inside. We'll see.
Right there. Now hold it. What do you think? Think that work? I think so.
So I'm a welder. This is a Lincoln Electric 100 HD. I'll show you in just a second. My hat tight on. I make sure my weld. Yeah, I'm good. So here's my Lincoln Electric weld pack 100 HD. Just a standard welder. Like I said, I got it like a $500 gift card to Home Depot. I do got the gas bottle, so I do have gas with it for my MIG welder, and I love gas. It's so much nicer than like the flex core crap or whatever it is. I'm a okay welder. I'm not like if I gotta do something in a pinch, I'll do it, or if I got a project, I can do it. But anything like really structurally strong, I'll have my uncle do it or something. He's a good welder. But this little thing does everything I need to do around the house. So that's all I'm really worried about. So I got my clamp on. I'm gonna get everything else straight right there. So settings, dude, I'm gonna put it. I usually end my wire around, the wire feed goes about 1 to 10. I usually hit somewhere in between 6 and 7. This is actually a softer kind of metal, so I'm gonna this weld pack gives like an A, B, C, D, and it breaks it down on the side panel. But I usually start with B, see if it can handle B. If not, I'll bump it up to C, which burns through the metal a little quicker or a little hotter and allows for a bigger weld. But I think this should be fine.
So here we go. Oh, the thing was on. No. So what happens when you realize the trigger's not on? So, just cut that off real quick. Get rid of it.
Let's get to work. Not bad. Not great, but it's not bad. So I actually had to turn my gas up a little tiny bit. It was a little bit low, and my speed of my wire was a little bit low. Speed of my wire was a little bit low. So again, these are like that weld hasn't even stuck. So I'm just gonna little chisel over here. I'll take this little chisel and see if I can just. Yeah, it's garbage. So turned it up. Turn the power up a little bit and let's see if it sticks this time. Still not quite sticking. burned a little deeper. As you can hear it at the end there, I mean, this is a really crappy weld, but as the sizzle got, it was like you can't really, you can tell it's not a full connection. You know, I don't know what the exact term is for it. In the very end, you heard a little bit of a zzz at the end. That's what you want. You almost want like a sizzling bacon. That's what you want. So let's try to, I'm gonna do something which is not good, which is put a weld on top of a weld, but I'm trying to just bridge this down a little bit just to see if I can strengthen it. It's actually pretty stuck there, and the bolts in there, so it should be fine. And it's just not getting in there, but this should be fine. So let's get away from that. Let's try to see what we can do in here. See if we can weld this bottom up. Might have to think of a better plan. We'll try something here. We'll try to weld the bolts. That was a little bit better. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Okay, so I just needed to turn the heat up a little bit. I was thinking that this was a little bit weak. It's actually pretty strong metal, but I was thinking about this piece, not this piece. This piece is a lot thicker than this little piece. So again, but this might be some type of like metal mix. And what I'm doing might be kind of futile. So hopefully, I don't know, we'll see, whatever. Worst thing's worse, I throw it away, right? Man, this is about the worst connection I've ever had. Well, worst comes to worst, I'll just find the length of these bolts, and what I'll do is I'll buy ones that are the same, cut the ends off, screw them in, and then I'll just screw the bolt to the side. That one struck. So that went good. Again, if I'm building like a roll cage or a chassis or something, I'm going to be a little more methodical in how I weld this, but this is not, I mean, I'm just going to sit. I'm sitting on this. I'm not worried about it. It can wiggle a little bit, but I just don't want it to wiggle, you know, and fall apart. I think that will be plenty fine. That is some of the ugliest welding I have ever done in my entire life. I mean, that is some gross metal, but whatever. I'm not even gonna paint it. I don't even care. I just want it to be sturdier than it was before. Put the cap back in. I don't know if it's called a cap, so I'm calling it. Make sure these sides are all tightened up. I don't think that one's even gonna tighten up. Nope. I think if these just keep getting worse, I'll just take all the rings off, and well, I'll set them in here. I'll just take the rings off and I'll grind all the way around them, and that way it's a really good connection, and I'll just weld the entire ring all the way around and then it'll be super strong, which I probably should have done in the first place, but I think it took me an hour to put this together the first time, and I don't want to. It wasn't really that difficult. I was drinking some beer while I was doing it. There we go. All right, time to see if she's sturdy enough for me to sit on. So, is she a lot sturdier? Hey, that is much better. That works fantastic. Man, not bad. So for any more crappy welding tips, let me know. I can hook you up. Man, that's all. I'm tired. I'm tired, pooped. Long week. That's it for tonight. Good night, Garage Pod. Take care. See ya. Come along with me on this journey. I'm just doing a bunch of crap in my garage. Also, be on the lookout for some new videos. I'm gonna do some real talk videos. I already did one on weight loss. So, here we go. Hey, if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe. Thanks for coming along with me on this journey. See you around.